Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video going over one of my house chores that I've been kind of neglecting for the last week or so, and that is cleaning our backyard chicken coop. There's our girls over there, Dolly the hunting dog. We've only had these girls for a few months. I believe we got them back in March of this year, and it is now October 31st, Halloween day, so might be some trick-or-treaters coming by here in a little bit. But yeah, we've only had these chickens for a few months, and tell you what, it's already been a learning experience, but we really enjoy it. We definitely love the fresh eggs. So our 3 chickens usually produce about maybe around a dozen eggs a week, and that's usually about enough for me, Kristen, and Casey. So it's fall time here in South Texas, and so of course we've got all the leaves and everything starting to fall in here, and then a bunch of chicken crap and whatnot. So we'll get all this cleaned up. We're gonna get in the coop, get that cleaned up, check for eggs, check their food and water, and see if we need to make any adjustments to anything. Got 2 eggs. So we just use a kitty litter scoop that works really well with this hemp bedding that we use. We've tried a few different beddings. We tried sand at first, which is what we have this whole area built up with, and it worked pretty good, but it got dirty super quick, and there was no absorption, but it was easy to clean. And after I did a bunch of reading and research, we found this hemp bedding We've been using this for the last month and a half, 2 months, and we love it. Super absorbent, pretty easy to clean. Just takes a few extra minutes. Man, it's just doing an overall great job. Usually it's not this bad, but like I said, I've been neglecting it the last week or so. Try to do this several times a week. Hemp bedding really only needs to be fully replaced, maybe just a couple times a year, depending on your coop. So at the rate we're going, probably every 4 to 6 months, we'll actually pull all of this out completely and put fresh bedding in. Pretty good. So this is the hemp bedding that we get. I believe I've been getting this from Amazon, just like everything else that I get. We really like this stuff. We've only gone through maybe a third of this brick, and it's been several months. I might add a little bit more in here. Stuff's pretty clumped together when you first get it. It breaks apart real easily in your hand. Kind of makes it easy to control how much you need to pour out. The dogs are back there playing, wrestling around. It's good to see Bella wrestling. She's getting pretty old, so I like to see her have a little pep in her step. All right, that's looking pretty good. Just kind of even it out a little bit. That's pretty good. All right. So we've been using red cedar shavings in our chicken coop, just in the bottom portion. Some people say that you should not use cedar shavings in a chicken coop because it can cause respiratory issues. And the other half of the people on the internet say that no, it's fine and that they do it all the time. And I did a bunch of research and I got a bunch of different answers. So we kind of said fuck it, kind of the term that we live by, and went ahead and bought some, and we've had zero issues. We closely monitored the chickens. They have been sick with a couple other things here lately, but they have not been having any respiratory issues. This doesn't seem to bother them, and we only put it in the bottom part of the run here, not actually inside the coop. This is open every single day. They do have access to this outside run here, and then we let them out in the yard just periodically whenever we're home. And I like to set the cedar shavings out while the chickens are out in the yard. That way, you know, it's got a couple hours to sit so that they don't get overrun by any of that cedar dust that's getting caught, you know, caked up right now. So we got some cedar shavings in the water. So now I gotta go dump this. All right. Got all the cedar cleaned out of there. We really like these feeders and this waterer that we got off Amazon. It's nice and compact. It holds quite a bit. This waterer for 3 chickens usually lasts anywhere between 4 days and a week. And then the feeder's about the same time frame. And we just keep egg layer pellets in there. We have been having some issues with the squirrels trying to get in here, so that's the reason for the duct tape. And their food looks good right now. Water was good. This is just a gravity waterer. They peck out of this, and then as the water drains out of here, this lightens up, picks up, opens the valve, and then it fills it back up. Once the cup fills up, then the weight of it shuts the valve off, and it really helps control the water, helps keep the water clean for a long time, and we really like these. In this trash can we keep their food. Helps keep the raccoons and the squirrels out. So here's our freeze-dried grub worms. They love these. We give these as a treat several times a week in the morning. Here's the feeder pellets and scoop. And this stuff, I can't speak more highly of this stuff right here. This is something, again, we got on Amazon. One of our chickens started getting worms at one point, and again, it was hard to find something that wasn't a strong chemical and not necessarily, there was not really a whole lot out there meant for chickens, and that didn't sit too well with us. So we found this. It is all natural. You do the treatment for 14 days straight, and so we've been using that little pan there, and then within that 2 weeks the worms cleared up. All right, so that's looking pretty good. I think I am going to throw some more dust in here to prevent from mites. There for a while, we were dealing with a little bit of a problem with mites, poultry mites, and we tried everything. Or I say we tried everything. We tried quite a few different things, different sprays, different powders and whatnot, and nothing seemed to really work or work fast enough. And I mean, we would use this stuff for weeks and it wouldn't work. So we finally went ahead and got this ProZap garden and poultry dust that does have the permethrin in it. That's the key. That stuff really just knocked them out. I mean, it was like just a couple days of this stuff inside their coop, and then just sprinkle a little bit on top of each chicken. That made huge difference. So I'm gonna go ahead and re-up this a little bit. And you don't need a whole lot, just a very light dusting. We're gonna do it down here too. The cedar's supposed to help with the mites, but you know, a little extra doesn't hurt. And I do the whole run. It's probably overkill. That's looking pretty good. Food, water, bottom portion's done. Coop is done. Got our eggs. Everything's retreated. It's looking pretty good.